Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another important video where we'll talk about 10 important questions as always. This is paper MED 8, which is globalization and environment. First topic that we need to prepare is changing nature of globalization and its impact on environment. It's also asked as what is economic globalization and its impact on environment. So both are the same things. Next is natural calamities. इसमें कई सारी हैं, इसमें फ्लड्स वगैरह भी हैं, लेकिन earthquakes, hurricanes and droughts are some of the important. For example, they do ask in the paper what are earthquakes and what are the 5 zones based on vulnerability in India. जैसे हमने natural calamities किया, इसी के बाद है man-made disasters, जिसमें wars, toxic wastes और global warming are the important ones. Next is globalization and north-south divide, because as the globalization happened and world started to converge, international trade started to happen. In this whole process, the distinction and the divide between north hemisphere and south hemisphere, basically the developed nations and the developing and underdeveloped nations, started diverging, started to widen. So basically the rich started to get richer and the poor started to get poorer. And why is that? Also, role of international financial institutions, for example IMF and World Trade Organization. These institutions play an important role that only make this gap more wider. एक और क्वेश्चन है इंटरनेशनल एनवायरनमेंट रिलेटेड ट्रीटीज़. इनकी हमें थोड़ी बहुत हिस्ट्री देनी है कि कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ, किस ईयर से. तो 1800s में पहली ऐसी एनवायरनमेंटल ट्रीटी हुई थी, तो वो हमें देना है. और रियो डिक्लेरेशन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, प्लस रियो 5 एंड रियो प्लस 10. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन इज़ फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल एग्रीमेंट्स. उसमें से कुछ एग्जांपल्स हैं, कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट वंस, जैसे साइट्स हैं 1973. ये ऑलरेडी मैंने एक पेपर में इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आज दिया है, तो ऑलरेडी हमने प्रिपेयर किया होगा. बायोडाइवर्सिटी कन्वेंशन 1992, मॉन्ट्रियल प्रोटोकॉल और क्लाइमेट चेंज कन्वेंशन 1992. ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रीटीज़ हैं जिनको हमें ज़रूर एक बार पढ़ना है और थोड़ा बहुत उनके फीचर्स को याद रखना है. एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट यूनिट है यूनाइटेड नेशंस. इसके हमें पर्टिकुलरली इसके जो ऑर्गन्स हैं, मेन ऑर्गन्स, जैसे जनरल असेंबली हो गया, इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस हो गया, इकोसॉक हो गया, सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल हो गया, ये कुछ मेन ऑर्गन्स हैं जिनकी कुछ स्पेसिफिक फंक्शंस है हर एक ऑर्गन की. तो वो हमें बिल्कुल पता होना चाहिए, बिकॉज कई बार सवाल ऐसे ही आता है कि इसके सपोज 3 या 5 ऑर्गन्स के नाम बताइए और उनके पर्टिकुलर फंक्शंस कि वो किस एरिया में काम करते हैं. और हमें इसमें एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये है कि यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने कौन कौन से स्टेप्स या कौन कौन सी ट्रीटीज़ अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंडर करवाई है विद रिगार्ड्स टू एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन. और जो इन एफर्ट्स के आउटकम्स हैं उनको इम्प्लीमेंट कराने में यूएन को कौन से चैलेंजेस फेस करने पड़ते हैं. Next is NGOs, because NGOs play a very important role as a non-state actor in the contemporary times. So they form a very important place in this area also, the environment protection. So we have to go through its origin and structure, how an NGO is structured. Also their role in a state, in a society, what do they perform. इसमें दो approaches हैं, development and advocacy perspective. So the developmental category one, they believe that the role of NGOs has particularly been developmental in nature. So they're trying to say the states and the societies where states fail to provide the perfect developmental model, where the NGOs have played an important role. So basically NGOs played a role in economic development in that state. However, the advocacy perspective, they believe that NGOs have played a major role in advocating the interests and needs of the citizens of a particular state. So basically, where the regimes are corrupt or not doing much about the welfare of the people, there the NGOs stand for the rights of the people and try to pressure and lobby on their behalf. So that's the advocacy perspective about the role of NGOs. Next is eighth question, wherein we have to talk about what initiatives have people taken with regards to environmental protection. So there have been a couple of them, but particularly जो important हैं, those are Chipko movement and Narmada Bachao Andolan. I'm sure you all must be aware about that. So next we have seed societies. It's a case study from India that we must go through. Next is mining project. It's a case study from Sri Lanka, where a mining project was put in place and was the state was trying to sell the project to a US based company which would produce huge amounts of phosphates to make fertilizers from that mine, and it would have had huge impact on the ecology and the population that was living there. So there was huge protest against that, and it's a case study about that. And the last one is sustainable food security, how also how we can achieve that. And there are a few indicators that can show that yes, that's the sustainable food security there. So yeah, that we have to prepare. So these are the 10 most important topics that if we go through, we will surely do good in our paper. Thank you.